Mm. 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 Whoa. I woke up tired again today. Same heavy chest, same silent weight. Looked in the mirror, forced a smile. Haven't felt like myself in a while. I've been pretending I'm okay, getting better at the same old face. Laughing the light, breaking the dark, trying to hold what's falling apart. I tell myself I'll be alright, just gotta make it through the night. But every night feels just the same. Different hour, same old pain. And I don't know how much I've got left, but I know I don't wanna do this by myself. I'm still in your hands, even when I don't understand, even when I fall apart. You're still holding my heart. I'm still in your hands, even when I lose my way, when I don't have strength to stand. You don't let me slip away. I've been fighting things unseen. Thought I knew what strong could mean, but strength ain't holding everything. Sometimes it's just surrendering. I tried to hide what I became, covered weakness up with shame, built my walls and locked the door. Still felt emptier than before. I said prayers without a sound, fell on my knees without a crowd. Didn't know what words to say, but somehow you still made a way. When I finally let it break, that's when I felt your mercy wake. Yeah, I'm still in your hands, even when I don't understand, even when I fall apart. You're still holding my heart. I'm still in your hands, even when I lose my way, when I don't have strength to stand. You don't let me slip away. You never asked me to be perfect, you never asked me to pretend. You never turned away from weakness, you just stayed until the end. You saw the things I tried to hide, you saw the war I keep inside, and still you chose to stand with me when I couldn't stand for me.
I'm still in your hands,
Even when I'm breaking down, even when I lose my ground, oh, you're still there, you're still there.
I'm still in your hands,
Even when I feel alone, even when I'm far from home, oh, you're still near, you're still near.
I'm still in your hands.
And I finally understand, it was never up to me. You were always holding me. Even when I couldn't see it,
Even when I couldn't feel it,
you were there. You were there. Learn to hide it in plain sight. Say I'm good, say I'm alright. Nobody sees behind my eyes. Nobody hears the silent cries. I built a version of myself that didn't need nobody's help. But deep inside I always knew I was just running far from you. I wore confidence like a coat, but I was barely staying afloat. Every laugh, every word I said was covering the fear inside my head. But you saw what I tried to bury. You saw the weight I couldn't carry. God saw through me, through every lie I tried to be, through every mask I couldn't keep. God still saw me. God saw through me, and still He didn't turn away. He stayed right there and called my name. Oh, I thought my shame would make you leave. Thought grace was only for the clean. Thought if you knew the whole of me, you'd find nothing worth redeeming. But you stepped into my lowest place, not with anger, but with grace. You didn't shame the broken man. You reached down with open hands. I spent years afraid of the truth, but truth was where I found you. Not in the image I displayed, but in the place where I was afraid. You saw the cracks beneath my pride, and still you never left my side. God saw through me, through every lie I tried to be, through every mask I couldn't keep. God still saw me. God saw through me, and still He didn't turn away. He stayed right there and called my name.
I don't have to hide anymore.
Oh,
I don't have to run anymore.
the one who knows my deepest scars still calls me his, still holds my heart.
I don't have to fake being strong.
I don't.
I don't have to prove I belong.
If you already know my name, then I can come home again. God saw through me, through every wound nobody sees, through every silent midnight plea. God still loved me. God saw through me, past every failure, past my shame. He stayed right there and called my name. Oh, He called my name. Hey, He called my name when I was hiding. He called my name. Yeah. I tried to fix what I became, tried to outrun all the shame. Thought if I worked hard enough, I could finally be enough. But every road led back again to the same old broken man. No matter how far I would run, I couldn't undo what I'd done. I made promises in the dark, then watched them fall apart. I told myself this time I'd change, then woke up carrying the same old chains. I was tired of my own strength, tired of losing the same way. I couldn't fix myself, I couldn't make it right. But you stepped into my darkness and brought me back to life. I couldn't heal my heart, I couldn't save my soul, but your mercy found the pieces I had buried long ago. I thought you wanted perfect prayers, clean hands lifted in the air, but all I had was a tired voice and a heart with almost no choice. Still you listened through the silence, still you came into the room, still you reached into the wreckage and made space for something new. I thought grace would be a whisper for people better than me, but grace came like a river and washed what I couldn't clean. I stopped trying to earn your love and found out it was already enough. I couldn't fix myself, I couldn't make it right, but you stepped into my darkness and brought me back to life. I couldn't heal my heart, I couldn't save my soul, but your mercy found the pieces I had buried long ago.
You didn't wait for me to be whole,
You met me in the place I broke.
you didn't ask for polished words,
You heard the prayer that had no words.
you didn't shame me for my scars,
You came and stood where broken hearts are.
and every part I tried to hide
Was safe when I brought it to your light. I couldn't,
fix myself,
but I was
never alone.
You carried what I couldn't carry and called this weary heart back home. I couldn't save myself, but you were saving me before I had the strength to stand. You were reaching out for me. I couldn't fix myself, ooh, but you still love me. You still love me. You still love me. I kept running from the silence, from the truth I couldn't face. Every mile just made it louder, every step revealed the weight. I ran from mirrors, ran from memories, ran from prayers I used to pray, ran from people who could love me, ran from words I couldn't say. But the road don't heal a wounded soul, and distance don't make broken whole. You can cross 1,000 lines and still be trapped inside your mind. I was tired of disappearing, tired of acting like I'm fine. was the love that healed my shame. I thought surrender meant defeat, so I kept standing on my pride. But pride can't hold a heavy heart when the heart is crushed inside. I thought if I just kept moving, the pain would lose its place. But every road I took away still led me back to grace. Then one night I had no speech, no holy words, no perfect reach, just a broken whisper in the dark, and you answered from the heart. I was tired of pretending, tired of carrying my disguise. When I stopped running, that's when I found you. When I stopped fighting, your grace broke through. Oh, when I stopped hiding, you called my name. And the love I feared was the love that healed my shame.
I don't want to run no more.
I don't wanna hide no more,
I don't want to build these walls.
just to feel alone behind the door.
Take the parts I couldn't change.
Take the years,
Take the years I lost to shame.
if you still call me yours today, then I can finally stay.
When I stopped running,
That's when I found you.
when I stopped fighting,
Your grace broke through. Oh,
when I stopped hiding,
you called my name. And the love I feared was the love that healed my shame.
when I stopped running,
I didn't fall apart. Oh, I fell into mercy. I fell into your heart.
I stopped running.
And you were there. I stopped running, and you were there. I thought you walked away from me when I became what I feared. But every step I took alone, you were still standing near. I pushed away the gentle voices, turned my face from every light, built a shelter out of sorrow, and called it peace at night. I made a home inside my silence, locked the doors and kept the key. But mercy doesn't need permission to come and sit with me. I thought you'd leave when I broke down, but you stayed when no one else was around.
You never left,
Even when I did,
you never left,
even when I hid, yeah.
you never left.
When I had nothing left to say, you stayed with me in the dark and loved me anyway. the same breath to say I'm done with believing, then whisper your name under stress. I know what it means to feel empty in a room full of praise, to lift my hands on Sunday, then feel lost by Monday's pain. But you never asked for performance, you never asked me to pretend. You just walked through all my questions and stayed until the end. I thought my weakness closed the door, but your love came closer than before. You never left, even when I did. Oh, you never left, even when I hid. Oh, you never left, when I had nothing left to say. You stayed with me in the dark and loved me anyway.
You stayed through the anger, you stayed through the shame, you stayed when I couldn't
Even say your name.
You stayed through the silence,
You stayed.
stayed through the fall,
You stayed.
stayed when I thought
I had lost it
you never left,
when I was hard to love,
never left,
when I had given up,
never left.
when I could not see the way. You stayed with me in the dark and loved me.
Anyway,
You never left,
you never left,
you never left,
you never left.
and I'm still here because you stayed. I've sat in rooms full of people and still felt completely gone. I've carried things no one could see and called it moving on. I've laughed at all the right times, said the words they wanted back. But somewhere under all that noise, my soul was turning black. I didn't need another answer, I didn't need another plan. I needed someone in the silence who could understand. And when the night got cold and long, you reminded me I wasn't gone. I'm still not alone, even when I feel that way. Even in the silence, you're closer than I say. I'm still not alone, even when my heart feels tired. You sit beside the ashes and keep alive the fire. There I just breathed your name. There were nights I couldn't cry, but you saw the pain the same. I thought loneliness meant failure, like I had lost my faith. But sometimes even faithful hearts get tired along the way. You didn't shame me for the valley, you didn't rush me through the storm. You just stayed there in the darkness until my hope was born. I thought the silence meant the end, but it became where you came in. I'm still not alone, even when I feel that way. Even in the silence, you're closer than I say. I'm still not alone, even when my heart feels tired. You sit beside the ashes, and keep alive the fire. Sit with me, Lord, in the quiet. Stay with me here in the pain. Teach me to trust in the valley. Teach me to breathe again. Hold what I can't keep holding. Hear what I can't explain. Remind this tired soul gently that grace still knows my name.
I'm still not alone.
Even when the road is long, even when my voice is weak, you still hear my song. I'm still not alone, even when I lose my fire. You sit beside the ashes and raise my heart higher.
I'm still not alone. No,
No, I'm still
alone.
No, you are closer than my sorrow. You are closer than my own breath. I'm still not alone. I'm still not alone. You are here. You are here.